Hello, this video is for my 9th grade students, and I'll be going over what we're doing this week before spring break. Woohoo! Alright, so if you go onto the course homepage, go over to modules, you'll see at the very tippy top of the page, I'm requiring you guys to take a math and reading STAR test this week. The window for this test, it is going to close on Friday, so before Friday, make sure that you do these. So if you click these, the instructions will be right there. You simply go to the link, type in your 6-digit UID number, type in AHS for Arvin High School in the password box, and not always, but if it does ask you for a monitor password, just type in admin if that pop-up ever pops up. So even though this is English class, I do need you to take the STAR for both reading and math. And like I said, you have until Friday, March 26th, to get that done. Now, if you go back to modules, you'll see that we're starting a brand new module this week. We're starting module 8, and in this module, if you click on the introduction page, you'll see what our big learning goals are. By the end of this unit, you guys will be able to explain how authors use elements of pathos, or appeals to emotion, to appeal to their audiences. So how do they tug at your heartstring? How do they get you feeling? And how does that make them effective at what they do? You're going to need to be able to distinguish between language that is denotative and connotative. So you'll have to be able to tell the difference between, what the text explicitly says and what the text implies. What can you guess the text means? And you'll also have to explain how connotative language affects the meaning of the text, how it changes the tone, and what it means to its reader. So if you're curious about our focus standards, our Common Core State focus standards, these are listed right here. You can check those out. If you're an ELD student, if you're learning English as a second language, I also have listed here the ELD focus standards, and then some other standards that we've worked on before that's going to come into play and help support us as we jump through this unit. So, here, I'm going to put my face at the bottom of the screen so you guys can see me. Go. So the essential question for this unit asks, why is it important to be aware of how we treat others? And we're going to look at this with a short clip, a short video to start, our brain flowing, to start thinking, to start brainstorming. But as you watch this video, I want you guys to think about how the Taco Bell employee has a positive impact on others, okay? When you go to the next page, this page is basically to help set you up for the following assignment that we're doing this week. And so I want you guys to flip through the sides and just review the correct ways to annotate a story. Okay, I'm going to ask you to tag, I'm going to ask you guys to identify evidence, and like we've been doing before, you guys are going to have to consider a purpose for reading question, and you are going to have to answer it using evidence from the text. So be aware of that, it's coming up. And lastly, that brings us here. So this is what to be doing when we get back from spring break on, I think it's August 5th, Monday, August 5th. Oh, and we do have that Monday off too. So next week, we won't be here, and then that's going to be extended into that Monday, that following Monday. And then school will resume on Tuesday. But this is going to be due on April 5th. Did I say August earlier? I meant to say April. Anyways, in this story, this is actually from an interesting book. You guys, if you haven't read it already, I encourage you to pick it up. House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisneros. And this is just a short excerpt from the much bigger story. And what I want you guys to do is I want you to read through this story. And the purpose for a reading question is right here. What do Esperanza's thoughts reveal about Sally? All right, so this is the question you need to have floating in the back of your head when you read this. Because after you're finished reading it, and hopefully after you're finished highlighting all that evidence, oops, my computer's going crazy here. After you've highlighted all that evidence that's going to help support your answer, what you'll do is you'll answer that purpose for reading question right here. And here, let me make this big so you can see it better. Copy of it. There we go. So you'll paste the purpose for reading question right here. You'll read the short story, highlighting that information that you'll use to answer your question. You'll answer your question in the first box right here. And then you're going to go back to all that you highlighted in the story, all that evidence that you found in the passage that helps support the claim that you make up here in the answer for purpose question. Your answer, it should be just one sentence, one or two sentences that make a claim as to what the writing reveals about what Esperanza thinks about her friend Sally. And so you'll highlight all of that information. You'll then go back and reread what you've highlighted, and you will determine which of that evidence, which of those things that you highlighted, does best to support the claim that you answered for up here. Okay? And so what you'll do is you'll just like go through, and I'm just going to select a random text here. And whatever quote that you think helps supports your position, you'll just paste it. And then in the final box, you will explain your reasoning. So how does this evidence prove your claim to be true? Tell me why the quotes that you picked help support the claim that you made that answers the purpose for reading question. Okay, it's that easy. And so that's all we're doing this week. I look forward to learning with you guys. I hope this video helps you out. Thank you for watching and have a good one. Bye.